Hello, my name is Joshua. I'm 22 years old. I really love weightlifting. I love working out. I love running, training for triathlons, swimming, all that good stuff. When I was in high school, I ran track. I ran cross country. My mom wouldn't let me play football. She was afraid I would get hurt. So you have that one person that you're like, man, if I could be with this person, everything would be great. Well, I had that person, dude, this was like the dream girl, all right? She sat next to me in homeroom. She was the bomb. So we go to this dance, and we sneak out of the dance, and we go to my awesome red Honda Civic. And it's that opportunity that every guy like dreams about. I don't want to presume to know what's gonna happen, but I kind of had an idea. This girl's like she's like falling in my arms, everything like I've been wanting. And I look at her, and I knew that she'd been in several relationships, probably sexually active, and I knew that typically her relationships only lasted a couple months. And so I figured, I don't want to just be the next guy. And I'm like, man, I can't do this. I've waited this long. Can't just do this just for one night. And so I tell her, I'm like, hey, I've waited all this time. I want to keep waiting. And it was hard. I don't even know how I said it actually, but I did. So the next day, my boys are like, Josh, what the heck's your problem? I mean, are you scared? Do you like guys? This was like the moment that we've been talking about. Why didn't you take it? Man, word travels fast when you turn down something like that. So I took some heat from them, but I'm really glad that I made the decision. If you get into business world, or even if you're good with finances at all, you realize that to just go out and spend your money is not that's not the best thing to do. It's better to take some of your money that you work hard for and to invest it, so in later years there's a payoff. You get an interest on it. It's better. You make more, and then you can enjoy life more because you have more options, you have more finances, whatever it is. And so with your love, with your sexuality, if you just give it away through high school or give it away to random people who come into your life, or when the future person that comes that you want to spend the rest of your life with, when they come into your life, you're not going to have as much to give them because you've been spreading it around with everybody else. And so much better, I think, to invest your love by waiting, invest your sexuality by saving it and keeping it special for that one person. When I was in high school, sex seemed like a really glamorous thing. Like, everybody's talking about it. They went to the locker rooms, and it's not like, they don't come celebrate, yeah, had a great weekend of abstinence. No, they're not celebrating that. In fact, they're talking about the relationships that they had, who they got with. In high school, to be a man, it's all about how many girls you slept with, how far you've gone with a girl, what girl it was that you got this weekend. So if you're not doing that stuff, there's a lot of peer pressure, and there's a lot of insecurities that come up. And you want to be liked. It's really important in high school to be liked by other people. I watched my friends, one by one, they would get in relationships, and it just never worked out the way I thought a good relationship should. They would last usually 3 months, give or take, and they would be really excited when it started. They'd become sexually active and get pretty close, and then it would break up and it wouldn't work out, and people would get hurt and angry and bitter, and I really didn't see anything in those relationships that I wanted. I practice abstinence, not because I don't want to have sex. In fact, I really want to have sex, but I believe investing in the future love of my life. It's great to see just where I've come, realizing there's so much more to being a guy. In fact, having sex with a girl does not make you a man. If anything, it just means you don't have self-control. But it always seems so glamorous on the movies and when you see it from afar, but from all my friends' experience, it really wasn't that glamorous. It was pretty painful. I remember being in high school and watching one by one what I thought were the good girls lose their virginity. And I remember thinking, I'm like, man, every girl, there's no more girls. There's not gonna be any girls for me. Why am I waiting? I'm gonna be the only person. I'm gonna meet somebody one day, and they're gonna already have been with people, so might as well. I didn't think anybody else was practicing abstinence. It's crazy to think that that 4 years ago I was tempted with all these different decisions and wrestling through what I wanted to do. Now I'm so glad that I've waited, and I've seen so many guys that they're just working dead-end jobs, or they're going to school for like ever, or they just don't really know what they're doing with their life. They're like about to graduate college, and they have no idea what they're gonna do with their degree, and they're just all about chasing skirts, all about partying. And I just don't want to be the guy who's 30 years old living in mom's basement. I knew if I would have gotten in a sexual relationship, started to party, I knew if I went down that road, I would have lost vision, focus of what I wanted to do with my life. Not only is it great investment to practice abstinence, but it also saves you from, I can't even explain. And if you've already been there, you know, you understand. But the emotional pain that comes in sexual relationships, it's way worth it to save yourself all that pain. And that way you don't have these intense trust issues when you do find that special someone. It's easier to just date around and keep the sex out and get to know somebody and wait till that commitment's there to give the awesome gift of your sexuality away.